everybody. Welcome in. Today I'm broadcasting on location, sort of. I am actually in one of my guest bedrooms because it's quite noisy in my studio right now. As you may have seen, I am in a studio makeover right now, so it's quite messy in there. I have a couple machines running. Hey Kyra, how are you? Hi Sandy. So I have a couple machines running at the moment in there. My long arm, the embroidery, trying to get things done and accomplished. I've been in hyper-focus mode since I got back from Quilt Market. Lots of stuff to get done. So I am on location. It's quiet in this bedroom and I have some things I wanted to show you. So I termed this video Quilt Market, the Aftermath, because Quilt Market was a whirlwind, as I had told a lot of you. There was a lot of prep that went into it. You get there, you put your booth up, and you are just going the entire time. So you get home and you're like, whew, it's just, you're kind of, I don't know, you've got a lot going on. So, and then there's deadlines when you come back. So I want to kind of share with you a few things that I did bring back with me from Quilt Market. If you didn't get to see, I did a live video from Quilt Market and I did tour my booth with you. If you didn't get to see that, I did get to take some things home with me. Island Batik has the rest. Some of them are shipping back to me. But I wanted to share a few things. Some of them are not mine. But they're done with my Ancient Etchings collection, so I wanted to share with you just because it's cumbersome right now in my studio because, like I said, everything's running in there. It's taken apart. All the furniture is moved to the middle of the room. So it's really just, unfortunately, me getting around there as best I can in there. Oh, thanks, Laura. I'm so glad you saw it. I'm glad you're doing well, too. All right, let's get down to it. I want to just share a couple things with you. So, as you know, I introduced a bunch of patterns at Market in my new Ancient Etchings collection. So, the first one I want to share with you is this sweet little Crayon Tote. This was made by my friend Jessica from Desert Bloom Quilting. She lives actually right here in the desert with me. But isn't that super cute? And she did it all on my Ancient Etchings fabric. It's a great little gift for a teacher maybe, or for a child to carry their activities in, their crafts and stuff. So isn't that cute? And it's called the Crayon Tote, Jessica Caldwell. I don't sell her patterns, but you can go to her website, and her website is desertbloomquilting.com. And again, I'll put links for these up on my up above me when I get done. So that's the first thing I wanted to share with you. Then a couple designers whom I'm sure you're familiar with, Sassafrass Lane, asked to use my fabric to create a few little table runners. So the first thing they did, so this table runner is called Fleet Street, and the first thing they did is they just wanted to do a two-tone one. So they took all the blacks from my fabric collection and the turquoise and created this beautiful table runner. So it's turquoise, and then with the back on the backing they used what they had left over on the back. So that came out cute. Sassafrass Lane's Fleet Street. I'm going to show you the pattern in a second. Then they took all the rainbow of colors from my collection and they made this rainbow table runner. How fun is that? And again, they took the hot colors that were left over, used that for the back. And let me show you the pattern. So if you're familiar with Sassafrass Lane, it's Fleet Street. And again, everything's backwards. I'm sorry, that functionality is still not working. But it's Sassafrass Lane's Designs, and their website is sassafrass-lane.com, and I'll put that link for you up in the notes when I'm done. So that was their contribution to my booth, and love it. Oh, and I should give you a disclaimer too. Remember, these fabrics are not going to be available until February. However, I'm going to give you a little tip. I am going to have the pre-cuts in soon. They're getting shipped to me this month. So I will have pre-cuts available for you to purchase in my fabric line. The next thing I introduced at Market, which is always a thrill for me, as you know, I'm a designer for Aurifil. So I have this Aurifil collection, and I finally got to touch it and hold it. So here are the threads that I put in the box, and you'll see it's a combination of 40 weight, which is the green cone, and 50 weight, which is the orange cone. So that is my Aurifil Ancient Etchings collection. And guess what? This is available on my website right now. And I'll put the link above for you. But this is available. I'm super, super excited about it. And I hope you are too, because I love Aurifil thread. So that I introduced as well. Then I just want to show you quickly the patterns. This is one of my new patterns, Into the Wind. It is available on my website right now. That was a big hit at Market. I taught a class in it. Really fun. Another one, Colorguard, is one of my new patterns. It's available on my website too. Super, super fun. And it would look great even if you just wanted to do it in 1 or 2 colors. I did the rainbow because I wanted you to see the fabric line. Next thing, and I'm going to show you the quilt. I actually have this one here with me, Mountains and Plains, and we redid it in my Ancient Etchings collection. Nedra, who is with me today, she pieced it for me. So this is one of my most popular patterns, and I wanted to choose this one because it's 15 fat quarters. So if you haven't made it, it's super easy to make. 15 fat quarters and 2.5 yards of background fabric. Then my most popular pattern, Island Breeze, was redone, and that was also hanging in the booth as well. Thank you, Betsy. I'm glad to be home. Although I head out again on Sunday, I'm teaching in Alabama and Florida. Maybe I'll see you guys there. Stitch Therapy in Auburn, Alabama. If you want to join me, I'll be teaching, I believe it's Island Breeze, and there's still spots if you want to join. And I'll be teaching on Amelia Island in Florida with Lollipop's Quilt Shop. And you can take I'm doing a 3-day retreat, but you could take just a 1-day class if you want. So join if you can. There's the Crayon Tote again. And then a couple other quilts that were hanging in my booth by other designer friends of mine. This one is Nancy Scott from Masterpiece Quilting. She did my fabric up in dots and dashes. Isn't that fun? It's a great modern quilt. You can find that on her website, Masterpiece Quilting. She says it's for a confident beginner. And then my friend Kate Colleran of Seems Like a Dream Quilt Designs did this one. She calls it A Bright Future. This is all done in my fabric line, and you can find that on her website. It's Seems Like a Dream, Seems, S-E-A-M, Like a Dream .shop. So I'll put the link again up for you. But I want to show you the Mountains and Plains quilt because I do have that one here. It's probably one of my favorites because I just like the black background and the brights. So this is the Mountains and Plains quilt. And yes, I'll have kits of this when the Ancient Etchings comes in. It is, again, 15 fat quarters and 2.5 yards of fabric. So that's one of the quilts that was there at Market. I also want to share with you too, I think I showed you this before, but I finished this llama pillow because I have little llamas on the fabric. And my Lily Llama, if you saw her, she was a big hit. And I'm going to be drawing, the one lucky quilt shop won it. I haven't drawn the winner yet, but somebody is going to get to see that in their local quilt shop. So did this llama pillow, which I am in love with the llama pillow. And then did this banner that was hanging up in my booth, Ancient Etchings, to show off my fabric line. And the lettering, if you want to look, the lettering was all done with Vanessa from Fabric Confetti. Her Elemental P embroidery program or software, and that's how those letters were created. And my friend Kyra, who's with me, she was the bomb. She helped me through the whole thing because it was the first time I had ever done the applique embroidery, which was fantastic, and she showed me some really quick ways. So that's what I showed at Market. Now, a couple other things before I go. If you're not on my email my e-news, I should say, letter, you might want to sign up because I'm going to have a few really cool things coming up and you're not going to want to miss out. I will tell you one thing. You have to wait to find out when you get the next newsletter. I don't send them out very often. It's usually maybe about once a month. Sometimes it's even less. But one thing is I'm going to have a super big sale coming up before Black Friday. So you're going to want to sign up for my newsletter if you don't know if you're not already on it. So I'll put the link for the newsletter up top. You can sign up at your leisure. And then there's going to be another big announcement coming up shortly thereafter that you're not going to want to miss out on either. So anyway, I had a fantastic time at Quilt Market. I got to see old friends, new friends, and I just had a blast. And I hope that this teeny tiny little recap of Quilt Market, I hope you enjoyed that. And if you really want to see my booth, there is a video, and I'll put the link to the video if you want, where I take you on a complete tour of the booth and also some of the other booths that were surrounding me. So it's kind of fun. You can kind of get a sneak peek in there. Anyway, I will be back. Oh, no, I won't be back next week because, again, I'm away. I'm teaching in Alabama and Florida, so I won't be here next week. But the week after is when my studio is getting completed, the new makeover. So on Wednesday, I think they'll be done. So I might be able to give you a sneak peek. Things might still not be put back in its place, but if you want to watch, join me in 2 weeks. So I won't be here next week. So until the week after, till 2 weeks, have a great couple weeks. Love you guys. Happy quilting. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.